First question, I'll go to you, Andrew Jones.
Hey, RJ, what were your thoughts seeing Kerwin finally knock down a couple of threes there? Been a while since he had hit one.
I was very happy for Kerwin. He came in when his number was called, and not just about making shots, but he was a tremendous factor on the defensive end, making nice passes. Kerwin was a big boost off the bench for us. I was proud of him, and especially when he hit those 2 threes. I'm extremely happy for him.
As a whole, what was the mindset for you guys coming into this game after what happened on Saturday?
Definitely Saturday, we wanted to put that behind us. We wanted to come into this game today, playing with energy, effort, and toughness, and then that was our 3 main models coming into this game. We felt like last game we didn't play with those 3 things at all. So coming to this game, we just want to play Carolina basketball, play hard, play smart, and play together.
Thank you.
CL.
RJ, can you walk me through the defensive changes? It seemed like you guys were playing ball screens different, going from icing to going back to kind of what you did more of last year, either switching or having a big man hedge out. Can you walk me through the tweaks you guys?
Well, they did a lot of brush screens this game, so all we did was 1 through 4. We switched, and I think that was a big factor for us. All of our perimeter guys and bigs could guard any position. So for us to be able to switch, guard on the big on the guard, it didn't really matter. I think you guys saw that today. That it's a little bit different defense situation this today's game, but it turned out to work.
Do you think is that a permanent change on how you guys will play, or is that just something for tonight?
We'll see. It's not. Yeah, we'll just see.
Riley Davis, go ahead.
Hey, RJ, just thought you played pretty sensationally in that second half. I don't know if you know this, but had 10 points, had 3 quick layups all back-to-back during that stretch in the second half as UNC extended its lead. Just curious, was there a conscious mindset change to attack the basket for you in the second half, something you saw in the matchup, or what led to that in the second half?
I was just playing in the flow of the game. I wasn't really thinking about too much about, how to score. It was more just playing off my instincts. I think that was led to those 3 back-to-back easy baskets for the layups, and I just took, what was open.
Thank you.
Brendan Marks, go ahead.
Hey, RJ. Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on Andrew's question from earlier. The past 3 days, you mentioned you guys didn't necessarily play with energy, effort, and toughness against Kentucky. How has Coach Davis been the past few days? Maybe compare it to how you've seen him after Tennessee or anything like that. But how did he sort of respond? And then how did you guys take what he was trying to teach you?
All he asked for us was to compete. Coach Davis loves us. And I think that, for him to, get on us and, push us, I think that's what's best for the team. I think that goes a long way because not only does it help us, during practice, but it translates over to the game. So if we continue to play like this and play together and just compete every game, it'll take care of itself.
Ross Martin.
Hey, RJ, I was wondering kind of with non-conference slate now finished and onto ACC play, what do you think you've kind of learned about this team so far, and what are the areas you think this team needs to improve on the most heading into ACC play?
I've learned that we're really good. We've just got to learn to come out. It doesn't matter what opponent we play. Every game we have to treat, and we just got to come out and compete. There can be no days off, and we just got to play together. I think we could go a long way. It's still early in the season, but now we're getting into ACC play. So now it's time to, lock in and continue to play Carolina basketball.
Adam Smith, go ahead.
RJ, just following up on what Andrew and Brendan asked you. You said that you've talked about energy and effort and toughness the last couple of days, and Hubert had kind of gotten on you guys a little bit. Has it been kind of an angry thing around the team the last couple of days? Have people been mad, or just how did you approach what happened in Vegas and how you've tried to move on from that? What has been sort of the feel around you guys the last couple of days?
The last couple of days, as a team collectively, we knew that was not how we're supposed to play. So coming into practice, we had a great couple of practices leading up to this game. The way we competed, the way everyone was talking, the way we were sharing the basketball, diving on the floor. I mean, that just shows that we know what we're capable of, but now we just got to bring it to the game. So I think for us to play that way in practice, it translated well to the game. So if we continue to do like that, the rest is successful for us.
Thank you.
All right, we got two more, Isaac and then Brendan. Go ahead, Isaac.
RJ, you went down early in the game, but were able to come back in pretty quickly. Everything good? You feeling okay?
Yeah, definitely. I feel good. It was just a little tweak came me down, but I was able to come back into the game and do whatever my team needed me to do to get the win.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Brendan.
Yeah, RJ, you mentioned that you like the way that you guys competed the past couple of days in practice coming into today. Is there a reason you think that I don't know if you want to call it effort or energy or toughness, competitiveness, whatever. Is there a reason you think that hasn't been there in every game so far, or at least not out of the gate?
I just think sometimes we could just get too relaxed and too complacent. I think that we just have to use each other as a motivation. We pick each other up because we're family, we're brothers, so we got to do what we have to do in order to get the win. So I think that that communication was spread out throughout the locker room and throughout the team. So I think moving forward will be great.
Thank you.
All right, thanks very much, RJ. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Brady. Ross Martin, we're going to go with you first. Go ahead, Ross.
Hey, Brady. Thinking, now heading into ACC play, I was wondering what you think this team needs to improve on the most to get ready for ACC play, and kind of what you've learned about this team over the last 11 games.
We played really hard. We had a really good game tonight, and guys just played hard. Coach has been talking about energy, effort, toughness, and we brought that today, especially in the second half. We played really well tonight. Played together. We had a lot of fun.
Noah Monroe, go ahead.
Hey, Brady, like you said, great game tonight. Appalachian State, they went 26% shooting in the second half. So coming out of halftime, coming out of the locker room, was that something Coach Davis focused on, especially after the Kentucky game? Was that something Coach Davis focused on for this game at all?
He just wanted us to play tough. He wanted us to play hard, and I think that's what we did. Came out the second half, a lot of energy, sharing the ball, playing really well. Guys had unbelievable nights. I mean, look at Armando, look at RJ. Kerwin came in, hit some big shots. Everybody's just playing really well right now, and we bounced back.
Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Brady, 17 assists on 29 baskets tonight. You had 3 that you fed Armando. Could you kind of just speak to the fact that he was getting himself open, sealing guys, and you were able to see him on those 3, and just the overall sharing of the basketball for you guys tonight?
Yeah, Armando really stepped it up. He played well. I mean, he should get a double-double every game. He's that good. He's a big guy to guard. He's hard to guard. That's why they were trying to double him as much as they could tonight. He played really well. I mean, he had 4 or 5 dunks, and 3 of them were off of a catch over the top dunk. So, he's just playing really well. And, we had guys help him feed him and get him going. That's what we need from him.
Also, you guys, I think, had 14 offensive rebounds tonight. You only had 6 on Saturday. The point of emphasis from Coach Davis about getting on the glass, rebounding your own misses, how much was that emphasized the last couple of days?
Yeah, Justin, Dawson, myself, Armando. I mean, we were all getting in there trying to play hard. I think we just had a really good game offensively, and then getting those second chance points helped us push the lead out a little more. We're just playing hard, and last few days in practice, we've had an emphasis on playing hard and playing together. And I really think we came out tonight and bounced back from that loss and played really well.
Thank you.
Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Brady. Yeah, you mentioned a few times how hard you guys played tonight and how that was an emphasis for Coach Davis the past couple of days. Can you identify a reason why that hasn't been a constant, why that has been something that he is still trying to remind you guys about? And how do you sort of make sure that that is not, a variable going forward the rest of the season in ACC play?
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do. I mean, it's basketball, and sometimes you get into a game and the other team hit first and they hit way harder, and we had one of those games, but we bounced back, and all we can do is look forward and try to keep it up. The energy we had tonight, the way we played tonight, I know it was App State, but we need to play like that every time.
CL Brown.
Brady, now that competition's about to ramp up going into ACC play, what do you feel like is the identity of this team? Like what's the one thing you know for sure about this team when the bullets start flying, so to speak?
I would say, we all know how to play basketball. We're all really good basketball players. We all know what we're supposed to do. And that's one thing for us that we've been emphasizing on. We need to know how to play, but we also need to come ready to play. And that's going to be our biggest challenge is being here ready to go. And we're just a really good basketball team. We got a lot of weapons, and it's going to be a fun season.
And given how you reacted after the UNC Asheville game, what did you take out of the Kentucky game? I mean, and now that you had some time to kind of let that breathe, or is that something that you don't think about and you forget about that game and keep it moving?
We can just learn from it. That's really it. Those games are going to happen. We just learn from it. I've had a lot of them in my career, and just learn from it, try to get better. And I've been on some great teams, and that happened to us back 3-4 years ago. So, just keep moving forward and keep playing hard.
All right, last one, Riley Davis, and then we're going to try to get Coach Davis in here in a second. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Brady, I know we talked some about your passing tonight and the ball movement in general, but I thought in particular some of those high-low passes to Armando looked great. And, that's something that's been a staple of Carolina basketball. But has that been something Coach Davis has been emphasizing more in practice recently?
Yeah, when we got a size advantage, we want to get the ball inside. And Mondo's willing to work for it. I'm willing to throw it. And, he's been doing just that. He's playing great. We got guys looking to throw him the ball, guys feeding off of Mondo when he gets the ball, and it's just been great. Start playing inside more, and other things will come.
Thank you, Brady.
Great. Thanks so much, Brady. Sit tight, everybody. Coach Davis will be with us momentarily. You can raise hands for him. All right. Thanks, everybody. Michael Coe, we're going to go with you first. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Coach. So Anthony Harris, almost 15 minutes of game time tonight. I know some of that was necessitated in the first half when RJ went out, but what kind of growth have you seen from him just over the season's first 2 months? Because it seemed like he didn't really get a lot of minutes, at least early on in November.
He's been great. I trust Ant. He's one of the things that I love about him is you never have to question his energy and effort and toughness. It's always out there. And he's an outstanding defensive player. He's continued just to improve and get better and better in each practice. And he's somebody that we have to have in the game. He can not only defend, he can drive and finish. He can distribute the basketball. He can also play. He gives us another ball handler out there. He's in high school and AU when he came out, he went back and forth between the 1 and the 2. So he's very comfortable bringing the ball up and getting our team into the offense. And I thought he was fantastic tonight. I was very proud of him.
Thank you.
Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Coach, is it your philosophy to kind of use a game like what happened Saturday as constant motivation to use as a reminder, or do you cut the cord to it, say, here's what we learned from it and move on? And with that, what was your message the last couple of days to kind of get the guys right going into this one?
No, we didn't really talk much about, Kentucky in our game on Saturday. One of the things that that we consistently talked about, as I said, that for them to be the best that you can be, it is non-negotiable. You have to be clothed with energy, effort, and toughness. That just has to be present. And one of the things that I told them is like, it's not just for them, it's for anything that you do. It's for everybody. It's for me, it's for Steph Curry, it's Kevin Durant, it's for Michael Jordan. You know, the reason why that they were great is because, yes, along with their giftedness and the things that they were, you know, in terms of athleticism and length and different stuff that they were given, but in combination with their energy and their effort and their toughness. And at the end of the day, you have to bring that, whether it's practice, shoot around, pick up, and obviously in a game. And that's something that just has to be present. You know, there going to be times where we don't shoot the ball very well. There's going to be times where we turn the ball over or we don't execute. But something that can't happen, and it's happened twice this year, is where the energy and the effort and the toughness is not present. And that can't happen. That's unacceptable.
Thank you.
JB Ricks, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. I know there was a lot of talk about the guard play from this past Saturday against Kentucky. Can you speak on what improvements you saw for tonight, and you know what you want them to stick with moving forward as far as their performances?
I'm not aware of the talk about Caleb and RJ. I've said this before. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not in any chat rooms. I'm on Instagram only because my kids are on Instagram, and I just want to make sure that they're looking and seeing the right things. And so I'm not sure what the chatter is. Obviously our team didn't play the way that we wanted to play or as well as we could play, not even close against Kentucky on Saturday. But RJ and Caleb both have had fantastic seasons. I mean, they're unbelievable guards that have been consistent for us in terms of scoring, distributing, and playing defense, and I can't be more happy with them. Tonight, both of them combined, I mean, Caleb had 6 turnovers, so that's something that I'm not happy about, but Caleb also had 5 assists, and, the energy and effort that RJ played in the second half, and especially when Caleb was in foul trouble, I'm so happy and I'm so proud of both of them. They've had terrific seasons.
Thank you.
CL, go ahead.
Hey, Hubert, I was wondering what you feel like going into ACC play, the identity of this team is.
I don't know what the identity of this team is, CL. I know what I want the identity of this team to be. I want the identity of this team to be a team that comes every day with energy, effort, and toughness. I think that's the only way that we can achieve or have a chance to achieve all of our individual and team goals. For us to be able to compete against the Purdue's and Tennessee's and Kentucky's and Michigan's, and for us to be able to have a chance to win the ACC regular season and tournament and get to a Final Four and win a national championship, we have to have that blue-collar mentality where we're diving on loose balls, where we're very physical in box outs and rebounding and doing all the little and dirty things that you have to do every day just to put yourself in a position to be successful. So I don't think our identity is that right now. I don't think we have an identity other than, we can score, we can shoot, we've got versatility on the offensive end. But I will say that's what I want our identity to be. By the end of the year or through ACC, I want us to have the reputation of being a very tough team, a team that always brings max effort and energy out there on the floor.
And defensively speaking, are you guys doing away with kind of icing on ball screens or with what you did tonight with switching a lot more and having guys hedge out? Is that going to be what we see more of going forward?
You know what? I think we will see more of that. That's the first time that we did it in CL. The reason why we did it was, Appalachian State, the way that they run their offense, there's a lot of ball screens. There's a lot of screens between guards. And so all of our icing and weaking has been with 4 and 5 men. And so we've always, with, like size guards, we've always switched. And so the way that they run their offense, they do a lot of, screens and ball screens and flare screens with like size players. And so going into the game, we were switching 1 through 4, and we were only icing and weakening our 5 man. And then we had to switch in the second half because they were running a play. And so we started just switching 1 through 3, and we were icing 4 and 5. And I thought we did a really good job. And so this is the first time that we ever did it in the game, and I really liked it. And I like that. I like that we can switch, and I like the versatility on the defensive end that we can do our regular ice and weak, but we can also red and switch 1 through 4, or sometimes even 1 through 5. And still, we also did is, we picked up full court as well. Any dead ball situations, free throws, we extended our defense full court. And I thought, one, it slowed their point guard down, and it made them take time off the clock, and it gave them less time to run their offense. So that was something that we did different tonight, and I really felt like it helped us on the defensive end.
We got time for a few more here. Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Hubert. Yeah, you mentioned the energy and the effort and the toughness, and Brady and RJ, who we spoke to earlier, both said they thought that the guys did a good job of that tonight. Just curious, in the 2 times where that hasn't been the case, why do you think that is? And what are some ways, whether it be the past few days or moving forward, that you try and instill that every single day?
I don't have an answer why the energy, effort, and toughness wasn't there versus Tennessee and versus Kentucky. All I know is I never want to see that again. And it's disappointing, it's upsetting, and it's unacceptable. I don't get that. I don't remember a time ever that I was here at Carolina where that was ever questioned, or any of our teammates. And given the opportunity to play at this university and for this program and to put on that uniform, it's unacceptable to at any point to ever not play with energy, effort, and toughness. So I don't know why that was absent those last couple games, and those 2 games. But one of the things that that we've been doing lately is in terms of our practice, making it even more competitive, and just forcing the energy, the effort, and the toughness. It's a different time. Kids, they always think that they always have another opportunity. There's another chance. They didn't grow up like us, where you play pickup, and if you lose, you have to sit out 30 or 40 minutes before you can get back out there on the court. They don't have a concept of the urgency of given an opportunity to play. And so that's something that we're talking about a lot. Actually, before the game, I told them that everyone says that in order to make something a habit, you have to do it at least 30 days. So I challenged them. I said, you bring energy, effort, and toughness for 30 days and see what happens. And I said, 1, that'll become a habit. And number 2, you will look back and you will say, this is of great benefit to bring those 3 things every time I step on the floor.
Noah Monroe, go ahead, please.
Hey, Coach, great win tonight. And then along the same line, so after giving up almost triple digits to Kentucky, team comes in tonight, only allows 50 points to App State, makes them go 4 for 30 on 3-pointers. I mean, what does that say about your team to just get hit in the mouth and then bounce right back up?
Well, that's the thing, that one of the things that is at times frustrating. It's not like we haven't shown what we can do when we play well, specifically on the defensive end. I told them the other day at practice, the medicine for us to play well defensively is energy, effort, and toughness. I said the great thing about it is we've shown that we can do that. It's not a situation where, this is what we need to bring, and I've never seen it in practice and I've never seen it in a game. We've seen it in games. We've seen it 10 of the 12 games. and so that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Yes, it wasn't there for 2 games, but for 10 games it was there. And so I look at it, from a positive standpoint for us, just continue to grow and to learn about us as a team. It's just the first half of the season. We've only played 12 games together, and but I feel like we're getting better and better, and that's the thing that's very encouraging to me.
All right, last
Thank you.
one, Ross Martin, you're on.
Hey, Coach Davis, I was wondering, we talked a lot about what you've learned about your team, but what have you learned about yourself as a coach in the non-conference games heading into ACC play that you can reflect on and build on?
What have I learned about myself? I love this team, and I already knew that. And I love this group. I love coaching. I love being in a position where I can help them. I love being in a position where that I can encourage them and coach them and teach them on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. I love where I'm at. Driving into work today, I was just kind of thinking about, and it's been 8.5 months since I've taken over the job as head coach, and just thinking about the things that have happened in 8.5 months. And it's been a lot. It's been a huge transition, but it's been something that at times has been challenging, but it's been challenging with a smile on my face and with great joy and thankfulness and appreciation for being a part of this program and this university. And so I don't know if I've learned anything. I would probably say these last 8.5 months have confirmed how much I love this place, how much I love coaching, and how much I love this team.
Thank you very much, Coach Davis. Thank you for joining us,
Okay, thank you.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.